Good morning, everyone. I thought I'd share some pictures with you, show you where I grew up. This is the main building. We lived in the carriage house right next door, and that's about 500 meters right from the lake, right from the beach to that house. These are all jack pines. They were never there, they were planted after. See? They were planted in the last 5 years. This is the island I used to swim to. I'd swim over from the beach over in here, be about a mile one way and a mile back. And they'd row in the boat while I swam. This dock was never there when I was a kid. This was put there afterwards. But you can see how heavy the bush is. Ample for hunting, that's for sure. This area, this is what we overlooked. The side of our house overlooked this way. And the front of our house overlooked where the dock was, this part of the lake. We got this side view, and then we got this. This was from the front of the house, and that was from the side of the house, off the hill. This is right up into the park. Ample amount of wildlife there. This is across the lake. There used to be a house across there, but they tore it down. This is down by the gardens. This is the same picture as this, but it's a different, this is down in the bay part. Kind of went down in a bay. Then there's the boat launch from the side of the house that overlooked the west. And there's a trestle. This was the road to the trestle up there where we used to go and fish. That's where I used to swim to in that island. There's where our house sat, right there. Right in amongst these trees. Was about half the size of this one, but it sat right up here, overlooking the water. I'm standing on the beach taking that picture. This is, again, that's the island I used to swim from the beach over to this island. There's a big house on this island now. That's from the west, yeah, it'd be the west side of our house. This is all park. It's all parkland all in through here. There's the trestle. I don't know if you can see it. No. This was, you went to down this way to the trestle and this way to the neighbors. That's my two boys down by the water. That old 68 Dodge Charger. But these trees weren't all here. They were all reforestation. This was all barren from up on the hill here looking down. But that's the view we had every day. Without them trees when I was growing up as a kid. It was all, that's what you seen every day. Grab a fishing rod and go fishing or whatever. Yep. There's the trestle down here. This used to be an old train track that they stopped years ago. But there was a guy killed on a skidoo in the year after 1971, I think, or 72. They stopped the train in through here so he could just freely hike all the way up around the train tracks. It goes for miles up in there. But there's a big trestle here that connected these two lakes. It's just pictures. Yeah, there's a side view of the house, but right up in here, right where that big street light is, that's where a house was in those trees. Right up in the trees right here. And it's all heavy bush, 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 bush. Well, you could tell, look at how thick the bush is. That's where we grew up, right on the lake, right in the bush. Pretty much. See? Heavy bush. But that's where I grew up. I found these pictures and I just wanted to share them. But yeah, this was where the neighbor's house sat here, and ours sat right adjacent to this one right there. But they tore the two of them down. There's a big rock. The beach was way on the other side of this big rock, like way, way, way away from this big rock here. But I used to swim to that island. My brother'd row the boat while I swam. Yeah. A lot of good memories there, boy. This is the same, yeah, just different area on this. This would be like this. This kind of goes around the bend like that. But that's all up into the park. That's all parkland. That's the close-up of the big house, but our house was about that big right there. The carriage house that sat right there, right next to it. Yeah, it was a nice place where I grew up, that's all I know. And then the boathouse was, there used to be a boathouse where this is. But now it's just a straight dock there for tying boats up or whatever. This was late in the fall, they were getting the boats put away, but yeah, we used to go fishing. We'd go up and around here and go that way to the trestle or that way across in there hunting. All up in through there. We hunted a lot up in through here. All in through here. Up in here. We'd cut right across up in here and go hunt. Then just bring it back in the boat. We picked Princess Pine way up in here too. Right up in here's where we picked Princess Pine. We'd row up that lake. It'd be 3 kilometers at least up in there to pick Princess Pine. Up on them hills. But this is where I grew up. God's country. This is me, and I don't know if you recognize that guy, but that's Howard Hampton. Leader, Parliament leader, right here. But anyhow, this is my reading. May he be guided, healed, and protected. Thanks for coming. Take care.